Hello friends, today I will going to discussing about the most interesting topic, that is cell structure, DNA structure and what is chromosomes. So firstly we all see cell structure. It is ideas about cell structure have changed considerably over the years. Early biologists saw cells as simple membranous sacs containing fluid and few floating particles. Today's biologists know that cells are infinitely more complex than this. There are many different types, sizes, and shapes of cells in the body. For descriptive purposes, the concept of a generalized cell is introduced. It includes features from all cell types. A cell consists of three parts: the cell membrane, the nucleus, and between the two, the cytoplasm. Within the cytoplasm lie intricate arrangement of fine fibers and hundreds of, even thousands of minuscule but distinct structures called organelles. So, cell membrane, it is every cell in the body is enclosed by the cell plasma membrane. The cell membrane separates the material outside the cell, extracellular, from the material inside the cell, intracellular. It maintains the integrity of the cell and controls passage of materials into and out of the cell. All materials within a cell must have access to the cell membrane, the cell's boundary, for the needed exchange. The cell membrane is a double layer of phospholipid molecules. Proteins in the cell membrane provide structural support from channels for passage of materials, act as receptor sites, function as carrier molecules, and provide identification markers. Then nucleus and nucleolus. The nucleus formed by a nuclear membrane around a fluid nucleoplasm is the control center of the cell. Threads of chromatin in the nucleus contain deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA, the genetic material of the cell. The nucleolus is a dense region of ribonucleic acid, that is RNA, in the nucleus and is the site of ribosome formation. The nucleus determines how the cell will function as well as the basic structure of that cell. Then cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is this gel like fluid inside the cell. It the medium for chemical reaction. It provides a platform upon which other organelles can operate within the cell. All of the functions for cell expansion, growth and replication are carried out in the cytoplasm of a cell. Within the cytoplasm, material move by diffusion, a physical process that can work only for short distance. Then cytoplasmic organelles. Cytoplasmic organelles are little organs that are suspended to the cytoplasm of the cell. Each type of organelle has definite structure and specific role in the function of the cell. Example of cytoplasmic organelles are mitochondrion, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and lysosomes. Then second one is, what is chromosomes? A chromosome is a long DNA molecule with part or all of the genetic material of an organism. Most eukaryotic chromosomes include packaging proteins called histones. which aided by chaperone patients proteins bind to the codeines the DNA molecule to maintain its integrity. The chromosomes display a complex three-dimensional structure which plays a significant role in transcription, transcriptional regulations. Chromosomes are normally visible under a light microscope only during the metaphase of cell division. Before this happens, each chromosome is duplicated S phase and both copies are joined by a centromere, resulting either in an X-shaped structure if the centromere is located equatorially, or a two-arm structure if the centromere is located distally. The joined copies are now called sister chromatids. During metaphase, the X-shaped structure is called a metaphase chromosome, which is highly condensed and thus easily distinguished and studied in animal cells. Chromosomes reach their highest companion level anaphase during chromosome segregation. Some use of the term chromosome in a wider sense is to refer to the individualized proteins of chromatin in cell, either visible or not under light microscopy. Other use to concept in the narrower senses to refer the individualized portions of chromatins during cell division visible under light microscopy due to high condensations. Then last one is DNA. It is deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a polymer composed of two polynucleotide chains that coil around each other to form a double helix carrying genetic instructions for the development, functioning, growth and reproduction of all known organisms and many viruses. DNA and ribonucleic acid, that is RNA, are nucleic acid along proteins, lipids and complex carbohydrates, that is polysaccharides. Nucleic acids are one of the four major types of macromolecules that are essential for the known forms of life. The two DNA strands are known as polynucleotides, as they are composed of simpler monomeric units called nucleotides. Each nucleotide is composed of four nitrogen containing nucleobases, that is cytosine, guanine, adenine or thymine, a sugar called deoxyribose and a phosphate group. The nucleotides are joined to one another in chain by covalent bonds known as the phosphodiester linkage between the sugar of the nucleotide and the phosphate of next, resulting in an alternating sugar phosphate backbone. The nitrogenous bases of the two separate polynucleotide strands are bound together according to base pairing rules A with T and C with G with hydrogen bonds to make double stranded DNA. The complementary nitrogenous bases are divided into two groups, that is pyrimidines and purines. In DNA, the pyrimidines and thymine and cytosine, the purines are adenine and guanine. DNA and some of mitochondria as mitochondrial DNA or in chloroplast as chloroplast DNA. So these compacting structures guide the interactions between DNA and other proteins, helping control which part of the DNA are transcribed. That's all about DNA structure, cell structure, and chromosomes. Thank you.